stay up to date to what we're doing. An incredible, well-intended intellectual property that has real Pokemon-like collectability, long-term strategy for me as a businessman, but then has the heart of what Gary Vee as a human and all the parenting and all this. Could not recommend more if you have a child between 4 and 8 and are looking to collect something with them. The trading cards especially are a ton of fun. The stickers are a lot of fun. But the comics, being able to read it to the kid at night and collect the comics, buy one to read, buy two, one to read, one to keep in the original package. Like, there's a lot coming here. You're catching us incredibly early, and we'd love to have you part of the journey, and especially for all the 40 to 60-year-olds. If you grew up reading and collecting comics, what an incredible opportunity to relive that magic and that nostalgia. We'd love to have you part of this journey. The best part is not even us, it's the community that's collecting, and you get to be friends with each other, and you should see the meetups at these conventions, and hope everybody has the best 2026. What an incredible way to start off my year. So thank you, men.
GM, GM, and happy Friday. Sorry, Saturday, legends. How's it going? Good afternoon. Yeah, just finished watching Gary V's with DJ Kaufman and Jim Rugg. Again, figuring out sort of how the leader of what you are investing in thinks. I think is very very important. You get to see sort of the framework, the way he operates, and I'm always taken back by the fact that Gary, even with the large audience that he has in Web3, he's really like, he's definitely not given the credit he deserves. But still, he operates, still he moves. For me, VeeFriends is second to none when it comes to really having boots on the ground. Again, taking a more Web2 in real life approach. Going to these like Comic Cons, card conventions, you name it. Like, they've been proactively spreading the VeeFriends brand in these cultural hubs. Again, more and more, it's becoming like, it's already culture, but it's just becoming more and more, I guess, adopted, or now we are participating in it more, but collecting as a hobby has now become more sophisticated and a real, like I said, alternative asset to park your money. And up, without going on a ramble, it was just very insightful, and I really think that, again, the storytelling part of it all is what people that just want the quick money aren't really like paying attention to. Can't believe we're in issue 8 though. We're in issue 8. They just finished releasing the cover for the latest edition. It still hasn't fully been released, but we got a sneak peek. There we go. So next one is about Rare Robot. This art is by DJ Kaufman, story by DJ Kaufman, so this was gonna be a good one. Rare Robot being one of, I would say, one of the top characters in VeeFriends world. And yeah, I also want to say real quick, congratulations to Venezuela for getting their freedom back. Man, that's seems like forever that this guy was in control, and luckily he is not no more. So real quick, I want just on that real quick, so that way we are not only talking about NFTs and IP and all the other 9 yards. Let's take a look at what the sitting president has to say.
An extraordinary late last night and early today, at my direction, the United States Armed Forces conducted an extraordinary military operation in the capital of Venezuela, Overwhelming American military power, air, land, and sea, was used to launch a spectacular assault. And it was an assault like people have not seen since World War II. It was a force against a heavily fortified military fortress in the heart of Caracas to bring outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro to justice. This was one of the most stunning, effective, and powerful displays of American military might and competence in American history. Late last night and early today, at my direct.
So they captured Nicolas Maduro, but a couple of interesting things that I've seen on the timeline that I would like to share with you guys today for the homies and One Step at a Time and the YouTube. GM, how you doing? Leave a comment. Yeah, how's your Friday so far? Happy weekend to everyone. Yeah, let's take this is the one I saw. So, real quick, let's read the title. This was from Watch Guru. President Trump says the U.S. will use Venezuela's oil reserve and sell large amounts to other countries after capturing Nicolas Maduro.
To other countries, many of whom are using it now, but I would say many more will come. But in terms of other countries that want oil, we're in the oil business. We're going to sell it to them. We're not going to say we're not going to go to it. In other words, we'll be selling oil probably in much larger doses because they couldn't produce very much because their infrastructure was so bad. So we'll be selling large amounts of oil to other countries, many of whom are using it now. But I would.
Okay, so we have this nice breakdown from Carlitos Way. Yeah, give the legend a follow. Also, it's a good follow, Carlitos Way. So the petrodollar is back in full strength. Venezuela controls about 30 billion barrels of crude oil reserve. Chevron and other major U.S. players will take ownership of those reserves. Current oil price is $57 a barrel. Venezuela's reserve is the equivalent of 17 trillion in USD. Oof. To put this in perspective, the U.S. national debt is 38 trillion. Just with doing that, this is what is it? A little under half of the U.S. Debt, and now U.S. has full control of this. My question really is, what does that do for the economy? I think this is a positive for Venezuela, of course. They're not under that scum anymore. But now that the U.S. is in control of that reserve and selling it, how does that affect the economy? I think that's the main takeaway that I take out of here. But I'll go on with what Carlitos Way is saying. The U.S. has reinstated the Monroe Doctrine, and is taking back control of South and Central America, bringing the biggest oil reserves globally under its control. China continues to tap into it as an international player, but it will be priced and sold in USD and will be at America's mercy. This is massive leverage against China. Beijing got embarrassed only one day. Countries with the largest proven oil reserves: Saudi Arabia with 267 billion barrels is the second. Iran third. This is what, wow, the U.S. has 74. Now with this, they are the largest. Is this something that's going to play into the economy getting better. Let me take this real quick. Yeah, so give my man Carlitos Way a shout out, follow. I just saw another one. That's pretty good. Where you at? Where you at? Where you... Nope, never mind. Oh, what? What? I got a like from the legend. Let's go, Gary Vaynerchuk. Yeah, so this is second stream of the year. Again, this is all in effort to be as active as possible. I won't try to make this one super long because I don't want to bore people to death. But I think that was one of the news that I saw this year that really caught me off guard. But again, I think it's very helpful that one knows what's going on around the world, how that affects the economy, so you can position yourself accordingly. Um, let's see what Insight has to say real quick, real quick, real quick. Oh, let's see. Okay, in case you can't already tell, I'm all locked in 2026. It's gonna be a huge what? Let's go, St. PC. Locked in, bro. Banger pickup. Yes, look at that pickup. This battle jacket goes hard. Right. So again, part of what I think works to build your overall following is to be an active participant and show support. So here we have St. PC, a legend. Give my man a follow. That as at St. PCM on X. He has purchased another Chimpers. Let's see what the floor is like right now.
AI.
All right, the floor is at 0.4968 ETH. This guy's currently on the floor. Let's look at his traits real quick. This is Chimpers 2091. I think this is a banger. This is a banger on the floor. I like the color works. This is how it looks as a PFP. And the quiet versions are coming soon. They posted that majority of the traits have been quiet already. Some left, but making big progress. There's gonna be a new contract that will have enforced royalties. I found that to be very exciting, as that's gonna be another way that the team is collecting funds and using them again to feed into the Chimpster protocol token. So, yeah, this one currently sits at 1,546. That's in USD. I think those are bargain prices for IP. All right, so let's look up. This was sold at 0.555 ETH. There we have the name to PC. Let's look at the traits. So we have a nice frosted white background, super clean. Chimp eyes, not to be confused with, is it Giga Chimp? Yeah, they look similar though. It's a 9% trait, so there's a total of 481 in the collection. So, pretty rare. The battle jacket though, the battle jacket, that's the outfit here, is a 1% trait. That's only 56 of these in the whole collection. That is super rare. So, congrats to PC for that pickup. And the type is a cacao brown. I like to look at the traits when I'm shopping for NFTs, as I try to pick up some rare ones. Okay. Now that we are in OpenSea, let's just go down the rabbit hole of things, right?
H.
And let's look at where
IFP.
Chimpers is at overall. Right, so here we have the Genesis Chimpers. Yesterday, I found out that there's a diamond fleece for sale for 10 ETH. So if any legend out there has 10 ETH they can spare, please send it to me, because I'm trying to get that diamond fleece. But here we have Eco on the floor. Floor is sitting at a cool $10,000 in USD or 3.455 Ethereum. This one I think is a gem, a grail, because Odo has been featured in the Nouns film. You can see Odo and Master Chimpo on the film, so I found that to be pretty great, especially because it has ties to the Nouns and Timbers as being one of the artists of the project. So there we have Odo. So you can get a hint of what Kawaii style is. Here you have the Kawaii style version of Odo. A nice chubby chimp. The cool thing about these two is that they have a story. Let's look at the details. They have a little background story. So a little bit about Odo. Odo is the twin of Toto. Toto? Extraordinary warriors admired across the land, but when they stumbled across a magical food supply in the mountains, things changed. They will return ever pacing. Oh, sorry. They will return every passing week, consumed by the energy they could not break the curse. So yeah, these are all one of ones by the legendary artist Timbers. I know I did a little bit of some digging through his art collection, and yeah, um, I feel like this is a gem for those that got 3.69 ETH. I think you're getting a real rare and famous Genesis. We've seen Teddy featured in some reels. Tamashi is one of my favorites, actually. This is the legendary Tyler, Lambs, and this is Toto, by the way. All right, so we saw that. Where we at? Let's go to Be Friends real quick. Be Friends. The challenge brings the change. Meet me in the V Dome. All right, so again, my big bet here is on IP. Characters that capture the hearts of many with great stories and great characters. So the floor for V Friends right now is a noble Nombat. Uh, it's 1.32 Ethereum or 4,113. What do I see here that I really like? Energizer, energetic electric eel, glowing glowworm, steadfast snake. Oh, I think this one's good. Gifted gopher, a rare at this price, not bad. This is a steal. And this is, by the way, Gary Vaynerchuk's signature for those that might not see it. Responsive Ram, well connected werewolf. This one's a big character when it comes to Halloween. We've seen some activations. Sophisticated squid. Oh, this is a very rare. Yeah, still, I think the Willy wild boar, super rare. Very rare. Sorry. Yeah, see, very rare. I think this is a good buy right here, especially because near the floor. And it's only 0.4 ETH difference. I'm only saying only, right? Because that is not a lot, but a lot. Balance Beetle, an alpha character. For those that watch the cartoon series, he's the character that's I guess speaking when they go to the V Dome. So he's a big character. Also in the comics. Read the comics. Read the comics. He's the one orchestrating the V Friends team when when they deploy them to the island to fight Cynical Cat. Um, yeah, okay, cool. And we can also check. This is a nice little entry into VFans. If the Series 2 collection, there's 5,500, no, 55,308 with a top offer of 0.466 WETH. That's how much people are willing to, or offering up, right? Not too far off the floor price there. And the floor character is the major moth in resting pose. I feel like resting pose is not a very like resting pose, strategizing. I don't feel like those are like strong poses that people would like to collect. Um, what are your thoughts? What is your favorite pose if you're a collector of V Friends? What is your favorite pose? So this is resting pose, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, what is it in USD? 151. Okay. This is one of the cheapest that I've seen it. I've seen it like at 90. Not sure if I saw it lower than that. But it's not a bad price to enter. Only 5,500. My frame of thinking is that the NFT collector owns a piece of the brand. Again, probably not the best way to form it, but I think that's the clearest way I can say it. As a collector of V Friends, I hold an asset of the brand. So again, it goes in value depending on how well Gary and team execute and how relevant they are, and if people actually care about the IP. And if they don't care about the IP, then it's worthless. But I'm very confident in the team that, and this is again some reassurance, some reinforcement. Um, I suggest that you watch this one too. It was just released 4 hours ago. Yeah, so ponder it from all angles. Productive puffin. Let me see one that I like real quick. And maybe describe it why. So we've seen a lot of utility for this scene. Um, Inspiring Alpaca is one of the first characters to get activation in the in the Reebok shoe. It has a super sticker. What else does it have? Inspiring Alpaca. I know it's shoes, super stickers. I'm not sure if there's another thing. But I think this is a very strong character too. Um, and I like the classic pose as well. This one is really unlike this pose. Yeah, so the pickle court is a 2% scene. So very limited. I think of 55,000. There's only 970. So I think this is a good buy at 171. Again, none of this is financial advice. Do your own research. But if you want to get it from a perspective of as a collector and community member from afar, and this is kind of me just going through it and speaking it out loud. Um, but I think this is a good buy at 171. I think it will age well. Let's see. I really like this character, like a sponge. This is strategizing pose. What pose is this? Um, don't tell me. There's strategizing, classic pose. There's manifesting. There is what is this one? Competing. Crap, yeah, competing. Competing pose. I like this one. This is pretty neat with the NYC background. I need to get a humble headshot with the NYC background. But right now they're bugging with the prices they're listing them at. I can't do that. This one too, the Vivint Vampire, a good one. This one probably be a good collab with good vibes, if ever a possibility to collab. Um, let's see real quick. Oh, this one is dope. This is the evolving pose at 217 for that character, pose at all angles. Um, yeah, of course, the evolving pose is, apart from the spectaculars, is probably the best pose. Yep, I think this one will age well. Um, I like this character a lot. The offensive, oriented orangutan and strategizing pose. This one is pretty dope. A top, yeah, I would say a top 10 character, common sense cow, in a very low scene. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Where we are in the markets. Bitcoin.
Selection T.
Up, 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 up. All right, cool. Bitcoin is at 90,369. Not bad. Where's Ethereum?
E.
Ethereum.
T.
Uh-oh.
Backslash. Backslash.
What am I
Backslash.
doing? What am I doing?
B. E. T.
Ethereum. Ethereum price. Ethereum at 3,115. Dude, Ethereum has really been. I'm glad that I saw at the peak. It's just really been this way. What about, let me see the year. 5 years? Yeah, okay. Well, I think there's a good entry point for those that are coming in. Not investing advice, but yeah. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, trying to be as active as possible. Yeah, I think I was gonna post this up. Let's do this. Draft real quick. I'm gonna. Alright, so I'm gonna put this on and post. Alright, this is probably my second post of the day. Okay, so real quick. A brand new update just dropped in the Chimpers Discord. We've simplified the channels, opened them up to everyone, and we'd love to see you chimp in there. It's open to everyone. So jump in if you have Discord. Accept invitation. I don't know why it does that. I'm already in. What the? Did you? Bruh. Alright, let's see what they changed. Announcements. Minor announcements. Let's go to announcements real quick. Okay, we have the end of the chimp points. And the legacy cards. Okay. I'm up to date with all of that. Tournament. Burn and redeem. I didn't really do this live, but it's great to now see it. We talked about picking up some editions of the New Dawn, and now they burn supply. 3 of them equal 1 enlightenment. I think it's called, right? Community alerts. Okay. New stickers, emotes coming soon. Okay, cool. Alright. Enough with that. Let's go back here. Yeah, I'm all over the place. I forgot to.
Capital C. O. B. B.
A salute. Heart. Right. Heart. Where are you? Okay. My goodness. Battle Jacket 56 one. All right, so. I think again using the Giphies is a good way to express yourself, but you're also helping out the use of the Giphy. I already got a couple of ones I use on a regular basis. It's just my way to show support. You know what I'm saying? Supporting costs you $0. Do it. Okay, I'm past it. There you go. Okay, and there we have it. There we have it. And that's how you show some support. Mm, 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 mm. Oh. This is hilarious. It's warming to see so many Venezuelans celebrating their country free from a brutal tyrant.
Nah, that's cool.
I do, nigga stole that shit. Stole that shit. Stole that shit. That's what I do, nigga. Fuck, nigga, I stole that shit.
This guy is hilarious. Why you do that? And why you do that? That's funny. Let's see what they got to say here.
News. All eyes on Venezuela. This
Everyone here
historical news. This is
dancing.
history in the making.
It really
I mean,
is
my
wonderful
chest, it feels
to
like it's
see
gonna explode
so
with
many
joy.
people coming
Because
together. There are a lot of emotions.
I mean,
behind
before I
this.
was even born,
They're not just
there have been
cheering
struggles.
because of what
Me and
just
my
happened
family has been
today. This
fighting
comes from
for so many
generations upon
years.
generations of
Before I was even here, they have told me about it. They told me about a time when
of
democracy
hope
existed,
for a better
and
country
now
and a
I
better
can
life
finally
for their
look forward
family
to
in
that.
Venezuela.
And that's
Since
just
I've been here, I've
everything
seen
that I can
countless
ask
people
for. And,
FaceTiming their
you know,
family members
I just want to
from
tell you
Venezuela,
people,
checking up on
America,
them. Like we said, these
Venezuelans
strikes,
are
we still
good
don't know
people.
if there have been any
The greatest role that I
casualties.
know, I can
We have
vouch
had
for
a
them.
lot of people
We are
checking
good.
up on their
We are
family.
working
Thankfully,
hard, and
all of
this
the
is
FaceTimes
our
answered
like
a lot of things.
President
So
Donald
we
Trump
still do
and
not know.
Maria Corina Machado just created an opportunity for us to begin working harder than ever, because that's what we have always been doing when I was living in our country. But you know, we also have worked so hard here in the United States to build so much things, and I just want to thank you, America. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to work.
Oh man, that's dope. Dope stuff. Yeah, my battery's about to die. I think I'll cut it short for this stream. Just want to do a little. What the Sigma, bro? What are the things that people be posting? Oh man. All right, yeah. I don't know where else to go with this. Said it wasn't gonna be long, so don't find anything else. Yeah. So I think that would be it. Thanks for tuning in. For the people that tuned in, I hope you have got some value out of this. But yeah, until next time, wherever you guys are at, I hope you guys are having a blessed day. Stay safe. Love. Cherry Chimp out. Chimp. Where we stop here.